We're back inside PNC Arena as we get set for this one tonight. Tonight's starting goaltenders are brought to you by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness. Anton Khudobin, 23 saves in a 6-3 win over Ottawa. Saturday night, Carolina's team defense, number 17. And Sergei Bobrovsky, the reigning Vezina Trophy winner, who had a shutout against Carolina in the last meeting on January 10th. Jordan Staal, Jeff Skinner, and Elias Lindholm, the starting line for Carolina, with Justin Falk and Andrei Sekera on defense. Off the faceoff, Sekera tries to wheel it along the boards. He gets it back as it kicked off Nick Foligno and back out to center ice. These two teams, two of the hottest in the National Hockey League. Carolina has won 9 of their last 12, 7 of their last 10. Columbus has won 8 of their last 10. And they had an 8-game streak stopped by Buffalo on Saturday night in Columbus. 5-2 was the final.
Well, Ryan Miller was Ryan Miller-like, and Buffalo scored 2 shorthanded goals to be able to beat Columbus at Nationwide, where they have been very, very good on home ice.
Alex Semin through the center zone, skate to stick Eric Staal. Yuri Tlusky with a shot off a stick wide. It went off Artem Anisimov, and now it's fed deep by John Michael Lyles. Around the boards now. Semin gets to it, a centering pass denied by Ryan Murray. He's in control, and now he'll wind it back out. With the center ice area negated by Carolina's Ron Hainsey. Here they come in their third sweaters tonight. Carolina outfitted in those black sweaters, and now Anisimov in control. Rink winding for Nathan Horton. Horton over the line, stopped by Hainsey for the moment. Now it's Boone Jenner. He's tied up by John Michael Lyles. Horton on a cycle, holding onto it. To the outside he goes, defended by Ron Hainsey. Nathan Horton along the boards. It kicks out, Nathan Gerbe in control, and away go Carolina.
That was the familiarity to know that Nathan Horton is more of a shooter than a passer. Prior to that, the guy that was drafted way back in 2003, one spot before him, Eric Staal had a lot of ice. He could have carried that puck, instead chose to pass.
Carolina riding a 3-game winning streak. Hurricanes will be in Montreal tomorrow night. As Anton Khudobin holds on to that, we take a look at tonight's Storm Tracker.
Well, I mean, it's a reality. I just talked about Buffalo scoring 2 shorthanded goals. Who wins the special teams game? Between the blue lines, the neutral zone against Columbus seems to always be where the game is won in the battle of the boards. The Hurricanes are going to have to win the boards with quickness and outnumbering the opponent.
Take a look at the Rex Express Care injuries and scratches at the top of your screen. Rex Healthcare is chosen for excellence around the boards now. Brandon Dubinsky for Cam Atkinson, a player we outlined in Hurricanes Live. Nikita Nikitin in control to the outside, off the stick of Drayson Bowman. And in control now the newcomer, just up from the American Hockey League, Cody Golobath, as Khudobin holds onto that one. And we see Todd Richards for the first time tonight.
Todd Richards actually thought, the former Minnesota Golden Gopher collegiately and Minnesota Wild NHL coach, that his team played very, very well on Saturday. And I watched the video, and I agree. They actually played a lot better on Saturday against Buffalo than they did in a lot of the games during the franchise record-winning streak.
It was Bobrovsky that had a tough night for the first time, probably all season. 3 goals allowed in 10 shots. He was lifted. Ryan Miller was outstanding in that game, as Columbus did carry the play for vast portions. Now it's loose. In control. Corey Trop. Better tune off the goal post and banged home. Derek McKenzie looks like the player swooping through as it got right by Khudobin, off the metal, and the carom goes in.
Do you know that's the 3rd consecutive goal dating back to Saturday that Columbus's 4th line has scored? Usually Richards just talks about wanting energy from them. Okay, watch this guy right here. Traffic in front. That means that Khudobin can't see it. And McKenzie wins the race to the net undetected. Goes off of the right skate blade of Anton Khudobin, and Columbus strikes first. And usually Todd Richards says, I want 3 scoring lines and then an energetic 4th line. Well, that's 3 consecutive goals from that energy line.
At 32, he's the oldest player on the Blue Jackets. Derek McKenzie gets it done. As it goes back to the point, Murray with a bid blocked by Andrei Sekera. The NHL's 3rd star for last week's play. It's broken up, a turnover by Falk. Out in front, they score! Bang, bang! And getting to the loose change is R.J. Youngberger. And Columbus has an early 2-0 lead.
Boy, it's psychological in a lot of cases, isn't it? You just feel like you have the chance of winning against any opponent. Hurricanes are in pretty good shape here. Everything's to the outside. And a good reverse is executed, but the pass isn't crisp. The player on the boards is cheating, and that creates the turnover, and the quickness just happens to be on the part and on the side of Columbus. The key play there to me is Ryan Johansson. That nifty little pass to get it to Umberger. A lot of players would not have had the vision or the hands to be able to do what Ryan Johansson just did.
So Columbus starting on time within the first 3 minutes of this game. Derek McKenzie, R.J. Umberger. Jerry Tolusti now in control. Across the line, he's pestered by Nathan Horton, and it goes out of play.
Ryan Johansson is a player that was taken very high in the draft, like Eric Staal. Used a lockout to play in the American Hockey League. As a matter of fact, he told me this morning, he said, it probably has saved his young career. He's from the Western Hockey League, and he has hands that are truly elite. And you could see it on that little redirection to Umberger there.
In the center zone, Cam Atkinson. Levinsky off the boards, moving it by Malhotra. Matt Calvert takes the hit from Mike Commissaro. Grayson Bowman had 2 assists against Ottawa Saturday. He springs Jay Harrison, who fans on a dump-in. Fedor Tutin is back. Forecheck by Malhotra. Loose along the boards as they wheel it back out. McKenzie scoring at 2:25. And then at 2:42, R.J. Umberger. Play along the boards now. Atkinson going deep for Fedor Tutin, and the Jackets now attempt to get it out. They succeed. Atkinson knocking it down. Right by a man, he walks in. Shut down by Hudobin. Hurricanes are standing still here in the outset, and Columbus is taking advantage.
Has so much to do with the fact that Columbus moves up and down the ice as a group of 5, which allows their defense to maintain tight gaps, and they're winning every race.
Now they attempt a centering pass with Mark Letestu. Alexander Senin in control with the center zone. Nikita Nikitin away now for Letestu, and they start again. Just over 4 minutes gone in this first period. Corey Trop for McKenzie, moving up on Lyles. Hudobin will melt it down. Should the Canes win tonight, all Caniacs win. Get 50% off your entire menu price online order at participating Papa John's the day after a Canes win. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Cam Atkinson, we talked about him in the pregame show. A Boston College product, much like Nathan Gerbe. And Eric Staal just couldn't match his speed. Very speedy player. That's where you need to have a tight gap, because if you give a speedy player that type of distance, he's going to make you look bad.
Over the line now, it's Lyles. He'll pull up. Threaded across. Lindholm off a body off Ryan Johansson. Nick Foligno in front of his own goal. Springs Johansson on a 2-on-1 with Umberger. His shot stopped by Hudobin. Umberger gets to it. His pass is detected. Skinner can't get to it. Good hustle by Umberger, who came all the way back.
2-0, but it's a long game. You cannot start pinching when you do not have a high forward. It's going to lead to a deficit that you will not be able to overcome. The Hurricanes have been guilty of it before. It's what created that 2-on-1.
Columbus right now occupying the 3rd and final playoff spot in terms of the division. 1 point ahead of Carolina in the standings. It's detected by Boone Jenner. Pass read by Andrei Sekera. Anisimov now will move it back for James Wisniewski. And they start again. A quick up. Intended for Jenner. It comes all the way back.
That's funny. Todd Richards this morning thought that his pregame skate, his team was, in his words, just okay. But he knows it's not a predictor.
Now Hudobin handles that shot taken by Ryan Murray. And we'll see the outnumbered chance as a result of a pinch.
Well, let's look. You have all 3 Carolina forwards deep. It's not the time to pinch down. It's just not. Because you don't have any support. Creates the 2-on-1. Hudobin, after giving up a couple of goals, makes a good save. That's Hainsey there to clear the rebound with the sweeping backhand play.
2 goals in 17 seconds scored by Columbus. Ron Hainsey, a former Blue Jacket himself. Dubinsky now wins the faceoff. Wisniewski paired with Ryan Murray. They've been a very nice complement for each other. Cam Atkinson outside the blue line will dump it in. Thomas Eric goes at Matt Calvert. It pops out. Dubinsky centers. Wisniewski shut down by Hudobin. Wisniewski again. Turning with it, Dubinsky. James Wisniewski at the point. Ryan Murray, high slot Dubinsky. Peppered on the way through by Riley Nash. This is Cam Atkinson looking for Calvert. Without his stick is Komisarek. And a hit by Dubinsky on his man Nash as we see the puck come out to center ice.
Like on the Umberger goal, there again, Columbus winning the board battles, one of our keys tonight.
Now Riley Nash coming back in his own zone. He'll start ahead. He had a goal on Saturday afternoon against Ottawa as Bobrovsky will leave it for Jack Johnson. Johnson now starting ahead for Letestu. With it for Corey Trop. Loose puck in the center zone. Carolina gets to it. Justin Falk is peppered by Trop, who keeps it deep. Sekera in control. Lights off a man, sets up Jordan Staal. The Hurricanes attempt to get it out, and they succeed. Jack Johnson, stolen by Carolina's Andrej Sekera. This pass intended for Jordan doesn't work, and now Fedor Tyutin is back to get it.
The first commercial timeout is going to have to be utilized like an actual timeout for Carolina. It really is going to have to be used in that manner.
Absolutely. Now Jordan Staal hands it off to Justin Falk. It's off a stick. It went off Foligno. It comes all the way back. Johnson a quick up. Umberger, who has scored already, gets it ahead for Foligno. Foligno given a jolt by John Michael Lyles. You see it from the corner. Eric Staal digs it out. Back out to center ice. Ryan Murray is on it. He was second overall pick in 2012. Umberger now goes deep. Lyles coming all the way back on Ryan Johansson. Good forechecking by Columbus. Lyles losing the battle momentarily. Recovered nicely on Foligno, who gets it back though. Nick Foligno. Ryan Johansson down low. He'll circle. Back to the point. Wisniewski. The puck is on edge. It goes by Foligno. He's tied up by Eric Staal. Loose along the boards. Talusti attempts to win a battle. And now Hainsey flings it all the way across for Lyles, and out they go.
I mean, the domination of the boards has just been very apparent for Columbus. And in one breath, you just mentioned the two cornerstones of the future of Columbus, Johansson and Murray on the back end.
Absolutely. This is one of the youngest teams in the National Hockey League. Jenner, one of those young guns, drives to center. Komisarek now will take over for Carolina. Mike Komisarek intended for Grayson Bowman, carried along by Manny Malhotra, and he'll get it deep. Bobrovsky legally in the trapezoid. Wheeled off the body. Anisimov has it. Here they come again. You're looking at Nathan Horton. Horton over the line. Artem Anisimov now tries to make it happen on Mike Komisarek. He takes a hit to make the play. Boone Jenner. Anisimov in control. Has room. Anisimov turns one. Off a stick wide. Nathan Horton gets to a loose puck. It's all Columbus early. Now it's Jenner. Jenner in back of the goal. Holding onto it to the outside. Up top it goes. Horton's bid blocked by Harrison. Nikita Nikitin. He'll keep it deep. Anisimov is stationed there. In control. Indirect pass. As Golubev now will get it ahead. Inside it goes for Anisimov. Out of the reach of Boone Jenner. Jenner will hunt it down. He scored on January 10th in the last meeting. And now, in control, the Hurricanes have it as they pitchfork the puck, thanks to Manny Malhotra, all the way back.
Yeah, Jenner, another young product out of Oshawa in the Ontario Hockey League. I would say at this point, ahead of schedule in his development.
He's a second-round pick, and now Atkinson sees it go off Andrej Sekera, and we have a stoppage in play. 10:26 left to go in this first period. Columbus within the span of 17 seconds. McKenzie, then Umberger, and they lead it 2-0.
Welcome back to Raleigh. There were 11 Canes players on the score sheet Saturday, but one in particular stood out to the coach. That's Tuomo Ruutu, who had a power play goal, bringing us to tonight's Geico quote, where Muller said that was his best game of the year. He raised his level of competition. It was good to see him get that goal and get different results. John and Tripp.
Well, Chantel, I've seen him play some other good ones when he was on the line with Eric Staal and Skinner in December. But I think that is Ruutu playing a very, very good game, but his coach trying to instill confidence in him as well. And hopefully that'll lead to, you know, a Ruutu hit right now could literally get Carolina's game on track when they need it most.
They need some of that right now, being outshot 7-1. Now it's scored 2-0 here in the early going. Anton Hudobin has to play it. Andrej Sekera handcuffed momentarily by Brandon Dubinsky. Nathan Gerby back out. In control, Carolina's Justin Falk. Easily broken up by Columbus, Jack Johnson. Angling a pass for Atkinson, broken up by Ron Hainsey. Nathan Gerby from well off of Hainsey. Hammered right on. Bobrovsky makes the save on the opportunity from the flank by Alex Semin. Drop pass now for Ron Hainsey. Hainsey holding on to it. It goes by Eric Stahl. Manned here by Brandon Dubinsky. And out they go.
Best forechecking shift thus far.
Lyles is hard pressed by Matt Calvert. And now Lyles has control and he'll cough it up. Johansson goes high over the top of Anton Hudobin. Now Columbus keeps it deep in the Carolina zone.
The good teams in this league do not change how they play, whether they're up, down, or tied in a game.
Well, this gets down to an honest work ethic right now, and to Columbus's credit, that's what they have going.
But they always look quick to me because they play with structure. Structure makes teams look fast. When you walk away and you look at the rest, you say, are they really that fast? They are when they buy in and they play with it.
Here's room for Jordan Stahl. His shot goes off James Wisniewski, and it goes out of play. 8:44 left to go in the opening period. Columbus 2 and Carolina no score.
Back in the first, I'm on the bench with Coach Dave Lewis. At this point in the game, how do you get your team to settle down and send the message there's still plenty of hockey left?
Well, you said exactly right. It's not the start we wanted, but there's a lot of hockey left to be played. You know, there were still 8 minutes of this period and 2 more periods to go. So we just have to continue to build and get everybody involved, get our legs going, put some pucks low. We had a couple of those shots there, things like that.
Thanks.
Okay.
And you can't make poor decisions based upon the score, like a pinch from a defenseman when you don't have support, right, like going up the middle of the ice in your own end that can make the hole too high to climb.
Anisimov to a loose puck off a stick. It goes off Jordan Stahl. Now Boone Jenner. It's the inside track on Justin Falk as they go to the corner. You see the scrum up close as they jockey for a puck. Nathan Horton goes down, gets help from Boone Jenner. Jenner carries along. Plays it to the outside where it's stolen by Carolina's Jeff Skinner. Skinner turns it over. Anisimov has it, but a penalty is being called. Before we get to the call, let's take a look at Coors Light Cold Hard Facts as Dan O'Halloran makes the call. Nathan Horton will take a seat for slashing. We'll take a look at the Hurricanes this season, scoring in bunches. 4+ goal games earlier and then now, and 5+ goal games the first 2 months as opposed to December and January.
Well, special teams is one of our game keys. It needs to be an igniter now.
Carolina gets to work on their first power play. Skinner's shot is blocked by Ryan Murray, and it comes all the way back. Nathan Horton for slashing at 11:55. Over the line now, it comes all the way back. Wisniewski around the boards. It kicks out of play. And it's a deflection, so the faceoff will stay put in the Columbus zone.
Well, Jeff Skinner drew the penalty. Well, it was more of a hook than a slash. But that's still one of those plays where I'm not sure. He was fortunate because Jeff was coming to the middle of the ice.
Carolina's power play tied for 26th. Columbus 18th on the kill. If the Hurricanes put the biscuit in the basket during the Duke Energy power play tonight, Caniacs who say the winning phrase receive a free Bowberry biscuit from participating Bojangles restaurants tomorrow morning. Bojangles, it's bow time.
I've liked Skinner's game defensively coming along. And I think the line with Jordan Stahl and Lindholm is right on the cusp of a breakout game at even strength.
Semin up top now for Lyles in the ring. This is Jeff Skinner. Lindholm in back of the goal, given a shove by Jack Johnson. It was off the stick of Skinner, accepted by Mark Letestu, shorthanded. Will pull up, alertly kill some time, back for Jack Johnson. He'll slam it all the way back in the Kane zone. Carolina now, quarterbacks ahead with Lyles. Alexander Semin gains entry. Feeds it hard around. Eric Stahl awaits the puck. It pops out. Broken up by Tootin. Shorthanded, it's Dubinsky. Brandon Dubinsky with a shot. It goes high over the top of Hudobin. Played by Artem Anisimov, who attempts to keep it deep, and he does for his fellow former New York Ranger, Brandon Dubinsky. Dubinsky in control. Tied up in the corner. They'll keep it right there, and that's what they want. You see the time left. in terms of the power play.
It's amazing. The headliner for the deal for Rick Nash has been the least probably impactful player for Columbus. Dubinsky and Anisimov have been probably the key guys in that transaction.
Ryan Murray feeds it along, stolen by Semin, who walks. Met by Wisniewski. Turning back is Gerby. Sekera with a shot. It pinballs off Jordan Staal. Wisniewski gets to it, and he'll move it out.
A couple of good clears with authority. Wisniewski prior to that, a nice pass in transition that led to a shorthanded chance as the solid play from Columbus has gone right into their shorthanded play.
Bobrovsky leaves it for Nikita Nikitin. Umberger has it away for Nathan Horton, who's out of the box. Even terms on the ice where it counts. Carolina down by 2 early. Ryan Johansson stood up by Sekera. Umberger has control. Out in front. It pinballs off a body. The shot by Johansson blocked by Justin Falk. Now Umberger broken up. The Hurricanes bounce back out to center. Ruutu springs Riley Nash, who gets it deep. Nash goes to work, pummeled by Nikita Nikitin. Out of the corner, back it goes for Jay Harrison. Point to point, Komisarek, his shot, stopped by Bobrovsky, and played here by Nikita Nikitin, who turns it back.
Columbus has a sizable group of defensemen who are also quick. That's why you need a second man like right there to come in and win those battles.
Riley Nash holding onto it. Out in front, in on Bobrovsky, who melts it down. 5:09 left to go in the opening period. Sergei Bobrovsky and the Jackets up by 2. Back here in Raleigh, Hurricanes down by 2. And Tripp, you want to take a look at the Hurricane forecheck.
The way that you will have a good forecheck is the second guy. Here's the first guy. He's going to get in, but Ruutu has to be on his horse to get there too. Because like I said, Columbus has a big group of defensemen like Nikitin, Johnson pound for pound. They're just a couple of their strong defensemen that are also pretty quick. And so Carolina needs that second man to get in there like Ruutu did, and it led to a good chance.
Young rookie, Cody Golubev, getting it out of center ice. He played at the University of Wisconsin. This is 13th National Hockey League game. Nikita Nikitin coming back. Broken up by Bowman. Stripped by Dubinsky. Now Matt Calvert back in his own zone. Golubev in control. Out to center ice. Sends a pass all the way back in the Carolina zone. This is icing against Columbus.
Well, we just showed a good early shift from Ruutu tonight. He was really good against Ottawa. Physical. You need speed to be physical there on CC. And then at a key time in the game when the Sens were coming, he got selfish in the right way and shot. And Jarmo Kekalainen, who of course is Columbus's general manager, said he's excited about having Ruutu in the Olympics. He said he might play him with Olli Jokinen. Also, Filppula, because of the history those players have together. Mikko Koivu coming back off the injured list. And that's a general manager knowing the history of guys, knowing each other very well. Finland will be good.
Boy, it's getting closer, just a couple of weeks away. Sochi. Now Tolusti given a jolt by Cody Golubev. It pops out to Alexander Semin, who loses control but gets it back. Eric back at the goal, holding onto it. He'll dangle. Out in front, shut down by Bobrovsky. Golubev now sets up Nikitin, and will start again.
Triangle there for check, and Bobrovsky, he's deceivingly big. The guy's 6'2". I had to look twice at that. And he's bigger than you think he is, and quick, of course, as well.
He's Reed-like. He's 182 pounds at 6'2". Now, Jeff Skinner walks in, goes to the outside. It's off the stick of Fedor Tutin, gathered in by Jack Johnson. Will attempt to move it by Skinner. Nathan Horton finds a man, and away they go. It's Boone Jenner cutting, playing it to himself. Good job by Lyles on him, and the Hurricanes have control.
Heck of an outlet from Nathan Horton. The decision to come from Boston in free agency and become a Blue Jacket. They've been a different team since he played his first game from shoulder surgery.
Fedor Tutin on his way to the Olympics. All 4 Russians with Columbus will participate in the Olympic Games. Now, Corey Trop moves it inside. Derek McKenzie has one of 2 goals, broken up by Jordan Staal. Ron Hainsey out to center ice. He'll gain center, go off in a change, and get it deep.
Canes have started to settle things down here in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Now in the neutral area, Trop, who they acquired off waivers from Buffalo in late November, gets it deep.
And this is another step in the challenge. A game postponed due to the polar vortex, you win in Philly. You win in the return of two former Sabres, Gerby and Sekera. Now you get down against a team that doesn't beat itself. Here's the next step of finding a way to scratch and claw back into the game.
And another back-to-backer for the Hurricanes, who have 20 of those this season. Tomorrow night, we're at the Bell Center, 7 o'clock for Hurricanes Live. The face-off will be shortly after 7:30. The Montreal Canadiens struggling a bit of late, to say the least. It comes all the way back. Wisniewski hit hard in the forecheck as the Hurricanes got after it. And that was Radek Dvorak out to center ice. It bounces in the defensive zone for Justin Faulk. Turning stick of Alex Semin. Semin in control this way for Andrej Sekera. Sekera drops it back. The play read by Dubinsky. Here come the Blue Jackets. Calvert has control. He'll drag it. A good stick by Justin Faulk. And the Hurricanes are on it.
You got to shoot that puck if you're Andrej Sekera. You have two guys driving the net, low percentage play in a period where you really haven't generated much. It was a good feed from Semin to Sekera.
Matt Calvert attempted to walk in that time for Columbus. Shots are 7-6 Blue Jackets. Dubinsky will settle it down. Brandon Dubinsky, a drop pass. Protected on the way through by Jiri Tlusty. Ron Hainsey up on the rush. His shot negated nicely by Jack Johnson. And the Jackets have control. They attempt to get it out. They succeed.
Mike Johnson, how about the brand of hockey he's played since not making the U.S. Olympic roster? Pretty impressive.
Heavy minutes for Jack Johnson. He along with Fedor Tutin. It's an underrated defense. They have a very good defense in front of Bobrovsky.
It reminds me of Tampa's defense. I think Tampa's defense is a big part of why they've been so successful. Similar. Sizable again, but they're not slow.
Right. They've been good on the road, too. Columbus is 14-10-2 away from home. Here's Nathan Gerby. Moving to the outside of Wisniewski. Throws on the brakes. Nathan Gerby gets it deep. 40 seconds left in the period. Jordan out in front. Bobrovsky makes the save on Mike Komisarek.
What a time that would have been for Komisarek's first goal as a Hurricane. He's got a two-game assist streak, doesn't he?
He does.
Let's watch the right side of your screen because Komisarek's going to appear. There he goes. No, here he is right here. Excuse me. It was Jordan Staal first. He's all alone. Smart play, simplify. Actually, I believe Bobrovsky's been beat more between the legs than any other part of his body, through him or around him. I know that for a fact. Smart read.
Along the boards now, Ryan Murray. Forechecked by Jordan Staal. Here's Wisniewski. Doubling off the boards, back out. 25 seconds left in the period. Columbus shoots it in on. Now Sekera. Out to neutral ice. Murray knocking it down. Second opportunity for Umberger. Off the skate. It comes all the way back. 9 seconds left in the period. Andrej Sekera flushed out by Johansson. And Foligno and Umberger get confused on that one. Now from long range at the horn, it's Jeff Skinner. Tuomo Ruutu will be Chantel McCabe's guest. She brings us the PNC Bank first intermission after the timeout. Derek McKenzie and R.J. Umberger, 17 seconds apart, 2-0 Columbus after one. Our Monday night continues here in the capital city as the Caniac Nation will take their places inside PNC Arena. We get set for the start of the second period. John Forslund, Trip Tracy, Chantel McCabe at ice level. Along with our fine production team, the Hurricanes start the front end of a back-to-back sequence. We're in Montreal tomorrow night. The Hurricanes have won 3 in a row. Columbus had an 8-game winning streak stop on Saturday night. 2 quick goals, 17 seconds apart in period 1. Derek McKenzie and R.J. Umberger, who has the puck. Skinner, a steal for Carolina. Jordan, it goes by him. Getting back to it is Fedor Tutin away on the wing now. Or Johansson now. Umberger walks in. Shut down by Anton Khudobin.
It's a key early save. It looked like Carolina was going with numbers the other way. Jordan couldn't handle that pass on the back.
Umberger again along the boards. Inching in is Jack Johnson. Umberger again, holding onto it to the outside of Sekera, who gets to it, gets back up. You see it from ice level. Andrej Sekera for his partner, Justin Faulk. They try to get it out. It's choked off by Boone Jenner. Sekera now tries to move it, and he gets it out to the center zone.
Well, one thing's clear. Sekera and Faulk, Carolina goes as they go. They, after having 3 excellent games after an off game against Tampa, had a rough first period. They were both -2. They are as important to this team as anybody.
Hainsey for Semin. Semin loads it up, blocked easily as coming across on that one was Fedor Tuch. Now played along the boards. John Michael Lyles for Carolina moves it. Jack Johnson ahead of Yuri Tlusty. Nathan Horton, a good pass for Artem Anisimov, and here he comes. Anisimov now to the outside of Semin, who plays it well. It goes deep. Jenner attempts to dig it out, flung by Hudobin. Now we watch Nathan Horton to the point. Murray, Wisniewski. Ryan Murray off a stick, off Eric Stahl. It goes high in the air behind Hudobin. And they scrum for it in back of the cage. Now Tlusty feathers out to center. Eric Stahl in control, approaching young Ryan Murray, who plays it well, gets back up and lays it back out to neutral ice. Anisimov goes off on a line change and slides it in.
You know who Murray's defensive partner was in Everett one year in the Western Hockey League? Radko Gudas.
Okay. Who's turned out very well for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now Jason Bowman coming back. Take away from Cam Atkinson. Along the boards. An attempt to get it out to center. Now they do. Bowman handles the chores. Moves in. To the outside of Calvert. Off Bobrovsky, who hangs on. Let's take a look at the first period numbers, brought to you by Buffalo Brothers. Aw, man. Now I want wings. Carolina seeing Columbus with 5 scoring chances in the period, but the Hurricanes fought back with 17 hits.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes when you have a lot of hits, it means the other team has the puck, but this was a good shift. I talked about Everett in the Western League. Here's a Western Leaguer out of Portland, and this is a heck of a save. Bobrovsky, when he goes down, he has as good of a butterfly as there is. That was a good chance.
Now Bobrovsky handling onto that one, taken by Jay Harrison. Just about 3 minutes gone in the second period. Carolina now out-shooting Columbus 9-8 at one point in period 1. Columbus was out-shooting Carolina 7-1. Thomas Sarek, who almost scored in the first period, albeit a fine save from Sergei Bobrovsky. Now it goes deep. Riley Nash takes a hit to set up Tuomo Ruutu. They grind the cycle. It's Ryan Nash. This way it's Mike Komisarek. To the point. Radek Dvorak feeds across for Harrison. His shot careens wide off a tip. Loose in back of the goal. Dug out by Nash, defended by Cody Golubev, and now getting to it is Nikita Nikitin. Nikitin now holding on to it. Golubev back in his own zone, will sort it out.
He was supposed to play Golubev on Saturday, coming from Springfield, the American League affiliate, but couldn't play due to weather issues, so they went with 5 defensemen.
And only 5D dressed for that game, and now a chance to see tonight's Moe's Southwest Grill Hey, what do you say queso player. It's Manny Malhotra. If he scores tonight, all Caniacs receive a free side of Moe's famous queso and hot fresh chips tomorrow at any Triangle locale.
That was a good shift for Manny's line. Carolina, as I said, second period's their best. They've outscored the opponent 60-47. Can you build on a good shift and follow it up here?
Jordan Stahl, Elias Lindholm, Jeff Skinner now for Kurt Muller. Skinner with it away to Jack Johnson. Umberger steams by Sekera. Walks in the zone. Jordan Stahl hard on the back check. A good play. He has it off a skate off Foligno. Now Lindholm shies away from Umberger. And the Hurricanes take over. Skinner lays it along. Umberger is back. Foligno now sets up the D. It's Fedor Tutin. To the center zone, Nick Foligno will wind it in. Held up briefly by Anton Hudobin. Andrei Sekera moves it. A steal by Columbus's Foligno. Inside now for Ryan Johansson. Johansson out of the corner. Wedged on the play by Justin Falk. It goes by Semin. Played by Fedor Tutin. Now Foligno attempts to play it to himself. Nick Foligno off a body. It kicks out in the slot. Horton is there, and finally Justin Falk in control and back out.
Little things like handling the puck there, Semin. The Hurricanes just a step off tonight. Maybe it's the off day yesterday. They did have a good morning skate today, but based on the taxing schedule, they did have the day off. They needed it, and you know, their puck handling and passing is definitely deteriorating.
Out to center ice, Ryan Johansson now will dump it in. Lyles is back. Both teams executing that long change in the second period. Lyles back for Ron Hainsey through the middle off a stick. It goes off Corey Tropic, comes all the way back. Wisniewski in the skates. A good play by Jenner, and now Anisimov looks around. It's rejected at the line by Hainsey. This is Drayson Bowman. Bowman coming back in his own zone. He'll start his engine. Nathan Gerby bounces it wide. Sergei Bobrovsky. Wisniewski for Trop. And out they go. Here's Boone Jenner. The back heat from Gerby, and now he gets it deep. Lyles defending. Flung aside by Boone Jenner, now out of the corner. Trop leaves it there, broken up by Gerby. Jenner a steal, good stick by Hudobin. Out of the corner. Another scrum ensues. 14:29 left to go in the second period. Carolina's on it as we see, and out they come. Now Holtrop with a shot. And Bobrovsky had it all along.
What a shift from Drayson Bowman. Twice he was excellent in the neutral zone and led to 2 chances. You know, the neutral zone is one of our 3 game keys. And Bowman started his shift making good plays in the middle of the ice, finished his shift making a good play, seeing Manny has speed, Manny has the puck support, and a challenging stop from Sergei Bobrovsky. But that was a heck of a shift for Bowman.
Thomas Sarek with a shot through a screen blocked by Brandon Dubinsky. Cam Atkinson turns it over in a tough area, but they survive, and here they come. Matt Calvert on the off wing. His shot sails high over Hudobin. Played here by Dubinsky, rejected by Harrison. Out they come. Jay Harrison for Radek Dvorak. Moving it by Nikita Nikitin. It goes all the way back for Tuomo Ruutu. It pops out. And right in front of Bobrovsky, it's played here by Dubinsky, and out they come. Cam Atkinson steams in. Throws on the brakes away from Harrison. A collision as Calvert went tumbling into Hudobin. Both bodies no worse for wear, and now it's Riley Nash. Nash over the line. Losing his edge, Nikitin, a tough angle shut down by Bobrovsky. Played here by Jeff Skinner. His shot stopped by Bobrovsky, who covers. 13:30 left to go in the second period. The Blue Jackets 2 and the Hurricanes no score. Back inside beautiful PNC Arena, 2-0 Columbus. Tripp, you pointed out that the Hurricanes go the way of their top defensive pair. Coors Light, cold hard facts, the numbers for Andre Sekera and Justin Falk.
Okay, so loss versus Tampa, 6 out of 6 points in the next 3 games, down 2-0 tonight. I mean, there is your I rest my case argument of just how valuable these 2 defensemen are to this hockey club. And they've had rare off nights, but when they've had, it's tough.
A tip. And it's legal. Lindholm out in front. Skinner's after it. Jeff Skinner's shot goes wide of Bobrovsky. Played this way by Justin Falk off a body. And off Lindholm. Skinner golfs one astray. Wild action here, and now Letestu back out to center ice.
Lindholm being a right shot on Jordan Stahl's line. On that particular side, it gives you a different look on the face-off, and that led to the sequence.
Jordan Stahl takes down Jack Johnson. Digs it out. Good work by number 11. Here's Sekera holding, shooting long. Blocked. And the Jackets get it out. Derek McKenzie, along with his line mate, Corey Trop. And Trop had the block. They got in the way, but the crowd here comes to life as we see an inspirational shift by this line.
Here's Lindholm. Richards may call his timeout. He's the right shot, not Jordan Stahl taking this face-off. You end up getting puck possession. Quickness of Skinner helps it. And this is the best forechecking shift of the game. The crowd is involved for the first time in this game. It continues. Good pursuit from Jordan Stahl. Good clean collision, getting to the front of the net, and this is where, as you see more of it involving the defense, there's the block and there's the ice, and Todd Richards, I'm sure, felt the crowd wanting to provide a boost, and he calls his timeout. I think it's the absolute right time for the visiting coach to do so. A lot of coaches would not do it because they feel like they've got to hold on to it for a later point in the game.
Right.
This could be literally a situation where Carolina gets that first goal and then rides Uncle momentum.
Well, they get their first line out. Eric Stahl, Alex Semin, Yuri Tlusty. We'll see if they can follow that up. Mark Letestu, an excellent draw man, is given the boot. They have 2 centers actually on this line. McKenzie on the face-off, winning it back. Now Trop, tied up by Eric Stahl. To the point it goes. Ron Hainsey looking for a lane, swallowed by Sergei Bobrovsky.
Hurricanes are starting to win some board battles. One of our keys to tonight's game. And it doesn't happen if you don't get numbers. And watch Semin. Okay, here's Semin right here. Here he comes. You got to get in there. He gets in. He's the second man. All of a sudden, you get it to Hainsey. Hainsey gets to the middle. A redirection could have led to a tally, but that's where you need that support. And Semin got there to provide it along the board.
Ryan Johansson, Manny Malhotra, wins the faceoff. And throughout his long NHL career has spent time with Columbus. It comes all the way down to Bobrovsky. He'll move it. Wisniewski is handcuffed. Johansson. As they attempt to get it out, they do, and now it's Nick Foligno shifting, walking in. Good save by Hudobin. Ryan Murray lays it back for Umberger. Now Foligno out in front. Johansson just wide, side of the goal, off the goal post. Nick Foligno. Ryan Johansson moves it along for James Wisniewski. Foligno one more time. Umberger at his side out in front. Broken up at the defense. Umberger gets it back. Murray at the point. Wisniewski guarded by Gerby. Ryan Johansson attempts a pass. Johansson knocking it down. Moved out by Lyles. Getting help now from Malhotra, who plays it and elevates it all the way back in Blue Jackets ice.
What a shift from Foligno. Are you kidding me? His brother Marcus scored a goal for Buffalo in Columbus's loss on Saturday. We know his father was a very fine NHL player, but I don't know how many moves he made like this. Not only to make the move, but then the beautifully placed backhand across the grain, find the man in front, and then backhand, forehand hits the bar. I mean, what a shift.
Off the face-off, Mike Komisarek. Jeff Skinner from well out. His shot blocked in front. Cody Golobeff getting in the way of that one, and now Boone Jenner will get it deep. Jenner gets after it. The inside track on Komisarek in support. Elias Lindholm. He'll take a hit from Jenner. Harrison with his head on a swivel moves it. Reading the play, Nikitin getting support from Anisimov. And now Boone Jenner. Jenner in control. Stopping and starting on Komisarek. Boone Jenner holding onto it. Wrestled a bit by Komisarek. Now Jordan Staal gave it away to Jenner, who sets up Anisimov this way. Nikitin turns. Stopped by Hudobin. They clean up the rebound. Hurricanes get back to it. Anisimov, Nikitin with a shot off a body wide. Loose at the side of the goal. Nathan Horton. He'll circle. Looking for Nikitin. Broken up by Jordan Staal. Here's Skinner in the zone. Shifting. Shooting one. Blocked. The rebound chance. Trickles in. Good play by Cody Golobeff. Getting back for Columbus. The Carolina Ale House. The spot for Cool Bars. The next one is tomorrow night in Durham. The Canes are in Montreal. Log on to CarolinaHurricanes.com for more details.
Okay, Golobeff, who is playing in Springfield in the American League, is not dealing with players that can release the puck as deftly as Jeff Skinner. He did a heck of a job. And then Bobrovsky covered up on the follow-up.
Cody Golobeff, University of Wisconsin. They'll move it. Now Atkinson out of Boston College. Dubinsky, Feather Tootin, dead center. Carolina gets to it just about halfway through. John Forsland, Trip Tracy, Chantel McCabe along with our crew. PNC Arena here in Raleigh. The Canes are home Friday night with St. Louis. Dvorak shot handled by Bobrovsky. And now Dubinsky circling all the way back. Brandon Dubinsky hard pressed. Route 2 from his knees. Broken up. Atkinson away now with Matt Calvert cut off by Justin Falk. Play read by Brandon Dubinsky, who lost his edge. Jack Johnson now retreats in his own zone.
Good shift from the fourth line. Radek Dvorak, particular spunk, and Tuomo Ruutu just couldn't quite gather it in time to get it to the net quickly.
Lyles pressured by Letestu. Fended off by Anton Hudobin. Now turning back is Andrei Sekera. John Michael Lyles through center by Bobrovsky. And icing is called here against Carolina.
And that's Murray who has the puck. By the way, he grew up just outside of Regina. I believe it's called White City. And his father, Brent, told him at a very young age, he said, I want you to watch this guy named Scott Niedermayer. His father told him. So he just started watching him, and a lot of people now are comparing him to him. And he'll see, I believe, Niedermayer on a trip out west in Anaheim before the Olympic break.
They go west prior to the break. Carolina will be out west, starting in Buffalo with a rescheduled game after the break. It'll be Buffalo, Dallas, 3 games through California. Now Umberger moving it. Tries to make it happen on John Michael Lyles. You see it up close. They swoop in. Johansson looking for Nick Foligno. Foligno to the outside. Drops it off. Eric Stahl. Shoved off it by Ryan Johansson. Yuri Tlusty for Carolina. Back in his own zone. Alex Semin now awaits the puck. Turns it over. Johansson, a sharp save by Hudobin. Now along the board, Semin back out to center ice. Mike Komisarek over the line. Wisniewski defends. Turned back by Nick Foligno through the middle of the ice. At the line, negated here by Eric Stahl. This way, over the line, Nathan Gerbe. He'll pull up to an open corner. Alex Semin, his pass detected by Corey Trop, and now turned over again to Nick Foligno, who gets it deep. Mark Letestu lays it in back of the goal. Harrison hard pressed by Derek McKenzie. Trop takes a run that time at Carolina's Malhotra, and it springs by Nikita Nikitin. A foot race ensues, and Columbus wins the race.
Now Carolina may be forced to call their timeout. Some tired bodies. Gerbe knew that. And hybrid icing, which I love, okay? And, you know, people think that it's a race to the dots. No, it's not. It's when the first player gets to the dot, the linesman has to make a determination in his own mind who's going to be able to play the puck first. And Matt McPherson does that. Carolina, probably because they're down in the game, decides to keep the timeout for now.
Face-off won by Manny Malhotra. Hainsey along the wall. Semin, two checkers on him. Nathan Horton gets it deep. Boone Jenner on Jay Harrison. Jenner, hard work along the boards. Stays with it. It's dug out by Malhotra. On the wing now, Carolina attempts to get it out. Simmons' pass finally shot out by Ron Hainsey, but the Blue Jackets, as we see, are right on it.
And one more notice, we talked about, John, you and I, that the tie goes to the defending player on the hybrid icing scenario.
That's correct. Anisimov down low, dangles off the back of the net. Ron Hainsey now for Carolina moves it. Bowman, it's wedged at the point. Hudobin makes the save and hands it off to Ron Hainsey as Anisimov got to a puck. And another good shift by Columbus out to center. It goes by Nathan Gerbe, icing here again against Carolina.
Let's see if the Hurricanes make a quick line change. By the way, Anisimov, like I mentioned, Anisimov, Dubinsky. Gaborik has started skating again. He wants to play in the Olympics for Slovakia. But he could be traded. So in the big deal for Rick Nash, the two guys that have helped Columbus most have been Artem Anisimov and Brandon Dubinsky.
Yeah, Marian Gaborik has a broken collarbone, and he is recovering from that. Now, Jack Johnson circling the wagons. And Hudobin says no, he hangs on. 7:10 left to go in the second period. And the Columbus Blue Jackets making good so far in their visit here to Raleigh with a 2-0 lead.
We're back in the second. Over this weekend, there were 2 outdoor NHL games. But in 2001, the Pond Lake experience got underway with a memorable college hockey game nicknamed the Cold War at Spartan Stadium. That year, Mike Komisarek played for the University of Michigan, and John Michael Lyles played for Michigan State. The two remember the game crystal clear as if it were yesterday. It was one of their favorite all-time memories on ice. 75,000 attended. That was a record at the time. And there were 2 300-piece marching bands, plus it was one of the fiercest college hockey rivalries. By the way, it was a 3-3 tie at the end of that one.
Tootin with a shot off the outside of the goalpost as it was blocked on the way through. Yeah, Ryan Miller, one of the goaltenders playing for Michigan State that night.
I want to tell you, Mike Camilleri might have been involved in the game for Michigan.
For sure. Atkinson with a shot wide of Hudobin off the end wall. Columbus gets after it. But it's broken up by Carolina's Andre Sekera. Now Jordan Stahl. His team down by 2. Too quick. Early. First period goals. McKenzie and Umberger. Skinner denied by Sergei Bobrovsky. Broken up by Brandon Dubinsky, elevating the puck all the way back.
Skinner's had a couple of good chances, and you've seen the flush textbook butterfly from Bobrovsky. By the way, what a weekend for the NHL. That scene at Dodger Stadium in particular was just awesome.
Oh, they were both great. Wednesday night, Yankee Stadium. Islanders and Rangers do it again. Coors Light Stadium Series, and now along the boards, broken up. Jack Johnson ducking underneath Tuomo Ruutu. Loose this way for Matt Calvert. He's checked by Dvorak. Now Lyles looking for a tip, none available. Getting to it is R.J. Umberger off the boards and back out. 5:48 left in the second period. Riley Nash will move it deep. Sergei Bobrovsky in the trapezoid. Johnson. Umberger skate to stick. He's pummeled by Tuomo Ruutu. Along the boards now, a loose puck. Carried out by Nick Foligno from the line, utilizing Lyles as a screen, broken up by Hudobin, played along by Jiri Tlusty. Foligno one more time. Nick Foligno to the outside of Komisarek. Wisniewski at the point of wrister, off a body wide. Ryan Johansson holding onto it, walking out in front, off the goal post again. Loose top of your screen. It's John Michael Lyles. And Carolina gets it back out to center ice. It's dug out, carried by Eric Staal. Now Corey Tropp for Columbus will move it ahead. He scored on December 23rd in the first meeting here. Lucid back of the goal. That was his first goal as a Blue Jacket. Out of the reach of Semin, gained by Ryan Murray, who gets it deep.
Speaking of that outdoor game in East Lansing, I think Tropp's a former Spartan.
Shot taken, blocked on the way through by Komisarek. Off the stick of Derek McKenzie. Wisniewski. McKenzie holding on to it. Wisniewski again, they play catch. Derek McKenzie goes deep. Tropp let it go. Letestu. Now Tropp. Corey Tropp holding it to the outside. Broken up. Carried out here by Nathan Gerbe. Tries to make a move at the line. Stood up by Wisniewski. And a penalty is being called. Hooking is the indication, and Carolina will go a man up. Wisniewski doesn't like it, but he'll take a seat. When we come back, we will see a Carolina power play as Tuomo Ruutu cranks it up. Well, Nathan Gerbe tried to make a play at the Columbus line, obstructed with a hook by James Wisniewski. Carolina to the power play.
Well, Gerbe had that quick first step, and I thought at first that Wisniewski played him pretty well, but that stick got caught between Gerbe's legs. Call probably could have gone either way. Either way, it's a pretty darn good opportunity for Carolina, their second man advantage of the game. Again, special teams, one of our game keys.
They had one shot for the previous attempt. Lyles, one-timer. Skinner swallowed by Bobrovsky. Face off in the Columbus zone. Jeff Skinner did not get all of that shot.
Jeff Skinner, since the beginning of December, is tied for first with 7 power play goals. Boy, could they ever use one now. Maybe we could pull out just a bit here, guys, and you see that the Hurricanes line up 4 different players here at this faceoff just because they want puck possession.
They get it. Skinner. Lyles on the flank. Semin. Skinner with a shot. Hung on to by Bobrovsky. Just a slight hesitation by Jeff Skinner. And Sergei Bobrovsky was able to move over.
Bobrovsky works so hard at his lateral movement. Okay. Hurricanes, because they have 4 lined up, they get the possession now. Stop it, guys. Semin. Well, we just missed, and Semin made the key pass.
Skinner. Coming away from Anisimov. Eric Stahl's pass detected by Jack Johnson. It goes by Lyles, back out to center. They wind it back. You see the time left in the power play. Semin has control. Pirouettes in, shut down by Bobrovsky. Interesting move by Alex Semin. Now Lyles. Moved off along the boards. Lindholm for Lyles. Here it comes. Caught by Sergei Bobrovsky.
He is showing the signs of what great goalies do. And that is when they have a tough night, they move on, and they're even better the next night. Now, his team got him 2 early goals, but he's done a lot of different things. His butterfly's been great. Okay, it's been flush. On that Skinner chance, he moved from side to side beautifully. He competes as hard as any goalie in the league in practice.
Play read by Derek McKenzie. Here he comes short-handed out in front. Letestu is in, and it goes high. The puck came up on its edge. He shoveled it high in the screen. The face-off will come outside the zone. 3:26 left in the period. That much time left on the power play.
I knew he had to be perfect because Hudobin himself got over very, very well. Sometimes when the defenseman Lyles there plays the puck carrier, see, on a 2-on-1, typically the puck carrier is the goalie's responsibility, but when you play him quickly like that, it forces the guy to make a play before he wants to, and Hudobin adjusted very nicely himself.
Sekera out to center ice. Over the line, they cross. Here's Gerbe. Gerbe holding onto it back to the point. Falk holding it away from Letestu. Andrej Sekera with a shot fought off by the shoulder of Bobrovsky. Gerbe. Now Falk at the point. Going wide, Andrej Sekera. His shot again. Stopped. The rebound forked wide. Jordan Staal out in front along with Jiri Tlusty. Bobrovsky again comes up big. That time on Falk. They go hard to the corner. Dug out by Tolusti. Glove down by Falk. Justin Falk holding on to it this way. Nathan Gerby a give back. Falk in the ring. Sekera in the slot off the stick of Tolusti. Broken up by McKenzie, and they kill time.
Some real life on that power play, and the Hurricanes for the first time, I'm sure on the ice and on the bench, see that there are some second chances.
Here's Dvorak. This way for Nash. Riley Nash. Indirect pass up top for Harrison. Wisniewski's out of the box as Columbus has killed off 2 power plays. Harrison with a shot, deflecting wide of Bobrovsky. Nikita Nikitin for Ryan Johansson, and out they go. 2:05 left in the second period. Still 2-0 Columbus as they get it deep. Carolina had 7 shots with their power play. All the way across. Tuomo Ruutu going wide of Jack Johnson. Radek Dvorak pressured by Fedor Tutin. Loose this way. Riley Nash. R.J. Umberger come together. Komisarek tipped. Knocked down. Backhander fought off again. Ruutu shot handled by Sergei Bobrovsky. Now Tuomo Ruutu knocked out of midair. Gained again by Mike Komisarek. And right back in Blue Jackets ice.
And the Hurricanes have located their game here. That was a good net front presence, and then the reload from Ruutu to cause the quick turnover.
Out to center. Carried now by Nathan Horton. Good read by Ron Hainsey. Jiri Tolusti's on it. Semin in control for Carolina. Buck 12 left in the period. Alexander Semin at the line. Carolina will get it deep. Bobrovsky is directing traffic. He'll move it. Played it well for Jack Johnson off the boards. Back out. Here's Lyles for Carolina. Right back in the zone. Under a minute left in the second period. 24 shots for the Hurricanes. 14 taken by Columbus. Now Ryan Murray with a quick up off the stick of Boone Jenner, and it goes out of play.
Well, if the Hurricanes don't score in the last 46.7, they're going to feel good about their period just without the result. Watch Ruutu jump in. He's going to come from the corner right here to the front of the net. With a good net front presence, but keep going. Chance doesn't work, then he follows through to the neutral zone right afterwards and created a nice turnover with his back pressure.
Jordan Staal broken up by Wisniewski. Dead center Matt Calvert shoveling in on Anton Khudobin, who freezes, and a face-off in the Carolina zone.
You know, to me, that's the type of all-around hockey and effort and execution that the Hurricanes didn't have in the first that they need. We couldn't quite see it, but Ruutu ended up coming back in straight-line fashion. Columbus thought they were going the other way, and they quickly were back in their own end.
Ryan Murray with a shot stopped by Anton Khudobin. Skinner out to center ice. Wisniewski fights off Jordan Staal, plays it off the boards. Here's Calvert. Matt Calvert in the zone, cutting. Defended by Justin Falk. 19 seconds left in the period. Elias Lindholm. And now moved out by Skinner. Jeff Skinner for Sekera. Out in front, Cam Atkinson back-checking. Lindholm overskated. 8 seconds left in period 2. Calvert ahead for Dubinsky. Columbus would be and is offside. They will tag up, and that'll do it here in the second period. John Michael Lyles will be Chantel McCabe's guest as we will begin the PNC Bank second intermission after some brief messages. Carolina working better in the second period, but still nothing to show against Sergei Bobrovsky, who has been outstanding. Early goals by Columbus. They lead it 2-0 after 40 here in Raleigh. And the Hurricanes looking for a big comeback in this third period. Puck possession is so important. And we'll take a look at some numbers here, Tripp, in terms of winning faceoffs and getting it done. And since New Year's Eve, the Hurricanes, in terms of these three, have been among the league elite.
And even though they're down 2-0, they continue that tonight. Jordan is 50% through 2. Eric is 60%. Manny's 60%. And even though it's not paying off through 40 minutes here this evening over the course of 82 games, it gives you a huge edge.
Columbus scoring 2 goals against Manny Malhotra. Hurricanes, as you take a look at his face-off numbers tonight, they scored those 2 goals within the first 3 minutes of period 1, 17 seconds apart. The numbers for Eric Staal. As we get ready for the start of this third period. Carolina with 24 shots. Columbus with 16. The Hurricanes have won 3 games in a row, coming in 9 of their last 12. Columbus had an 8-game winning streak stopped on Saturday night at home. They have won 8 of their last 10. Jordan Staal, Ryan Johansson on the draw, won by Columbus. As we embark upon period 3, Andrej Sekera will shovel it back out. John Forsland, Trip Tracy. Chantel McCabe is at ice level. Tomorrow night we're in Montreal. Canes and Canadiens starting on Fox Sports Carolinas with Hurricanes live at 7 as the puck is dumped in by Jeff Skinner.
This pairing of Jack Johnson and Fedor Tyutin has spent the majority of the night against Eric Stahl's line and has done a terrific job. To start the third, it's against Jordan's threesome.
Nick Foligno moving up on Justin Falk. To the outside of him, Foligno grinds it on a cycle for Ryan Johansson. Johansson now to the outside of Jordan Staal. He'll get it deep for Nathan Horton. Throwing on the brakes, losing Sekera. Walking back out in front. His shot shut down by a sliding Anton Khudobin. Now Boone Jenner for Columbus. Stood up by Jordan. Back to the point. Ryan Murray on and off his stick. Back out to the center zone. Jenner attempts to get to it. Chipped out of play by Carolina's Elias Lindholm. And we get a stoppage.
See, sometimes on the road when you don't have the last change, then you get them off as soon as you can. There you see Johnson 7 and Tyutin 51. They started the period against Jordan Stahl's line, but as soon as they had a chance to change, they get off, so hopefully they can come back against Eric. However, they're not freshen up now, so this could be a chance against Murray and Wisniewski.
Khudobin now away for Alex Semin. Carried out by Ron Hainsey. Here's Eric. Eric with a shot off. Wisniewski loose in back of the goal. Tulowitzki for Eric. Negated by Ryan Murray. Now out of the corner, Semin had it, lost to Jenner. Back out to neutral ice for Nathan Horton. They'll try and pitch it by John Michael Lyles. You see it up close. Ron Hainsey indirectly off the boards. Semin, center zone, Jiri Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki working that Columbus defense. Stays with it. Along the boards, gets help from Eric Staal. Semin's out in front. It ricochets around. Still fought for. Tulowitzki with a shot blocked. A big block by Matt Calvert. He tries to freeze it now. Tulowitzki in control. Out of the corner. Jiri Tulowitzki shoved off it. Nathan Horton back out to center ice. You're looking at Matt Calvert, who lost his edge. Broken up by Jay Harrison. Nikitin taking over for Columbus. And it's played now at center ice. Komisarek tied up by Calvert. Nate Jockey in front of the bench. Now Nathan Gerby will start ahead for Carolina. Here's Malhotra over the line. Nikitin mopping it up for Columbus. Now Cody Golubev in control, and out they come. Komisarek with a shot wide of Sergei Bobrovsky. Here's Jay Harrison moving up. Harrison inside it goes, off a stick. Nathan Gerby will fire it this way for Harrison. Jay Harrison shot easily detected by Sergei Bobrovsky. Now Brandon Dubinsky for Cam Atkinson, and out they go.
Well, the Blue Jackets got away with covering the puck with the hand in their own end after a good chance, and could have led to another Carolina power play. It shows how educated the Hurricanes fans have become. They had a real displeasure about it. That's actually good to see. And several years ago, they would not have caught that.
Now Fedor Tyutin along the boards. Holding onto it, tries to make it happen along the dasher for Corey Trop. He's tied up by Mike Komisarek. Just over 3 minutes gone in this third period. It's dug out. Trop in control. Moving away from Radek Dvorak. Trop out of the corner, holding onto it. Here's Foligno this way for Jack Johnson. He'll insert. And back of the goal, Trop attempts a pass. Letestu to the outside. Foligno. Nick Foligno working Jay Harrison. Stopping and starting. To the point it goes. Now moving wide is Fedor Tyutin. Inside for Trop. Broken up as the Hurricanes get back, and finally they get it out of the zone.
The discipline of the line changes for Columbus, especially here in the third, has been really impressive.
Here comes Jack Johnson. Turning away from the pack, Foligno. Johansson off the stick of Riley Nash. Carolina escapes harm, and here they come. Tuomo Ruutu feeds it along. Inside it goes. Elias Lindholm, Riley Nash, Lindholm. Tough angle off a body off Tyutin. Getting to it is Tuomo Ruutu. He's checked as he's knocked down in the corner that time by Ryan Johansson. Stopping and starting is Carolina's Ruutu. Back to the point, Falk. Holding, shooting one, blocked by Umberger. and it's carried out here by Nick Foligno through the center zone as they attack. Intercepted by Carolina's Andre Sekera. He'll start his engine. Over the line with Jordan. To the front goes Jordan Staal, swallowed by Bobrovsky, and we get a stoppage of play.
Well, a few minutes without a whistle. Let's go back to this early chance. The Staal line, this puck. What a save from Bobrovsky off of his own player's skate as we continue. Coming up right here. I don't know. The referee...
He just gathered it in, didn't he?
Well, it's, you know, at first glance, I thought temporarily covered it, but I actually think they made the right call to make a non-call.
I think they did. Now Eric Staal. Inside it goes for Semin. Now Tolusti to the outside of Wisniewski. Alex Semin holding on to it out in front. Shut down by Bobrovsky. Loose him back of the goal. Eric. Now they turn. Ron Hainsey's up on the play. Hainsey is peppered by Ryan Murray. It jumps the stick of Semin, controlled here by Nathan Horton. All the way across. In the zone is Jenner. Boone Jenner getting back. Yuri Tolusti taking him down, and Carolina, as we see, in control, and out they go.
When Nathan Horton was a Florida Panther, and he didn't pass the puck like this. He's added that to his repertoire. He used to be a guy that you knew was just going to shoot pucks. I mean, he's made a couple of beautiful passes in transition.
Now they come all the way back. Jordan Staal has it for the Hurricanes. As they start again, Jordan through the middle. Walks in for a chance off a stick. It goes in the screen. Tonight join Jen Hildreth, Chad Simmons, and Jamie Newberg as they track the biggest high school recruits through National Signing Day and learn how their decisions will shape the future of college football. It's the new college football show, Next Class 2014, tonight at 10 on Fox Sports South.
Levinsky went to the other side hoping that the faceoff would be there where he could use his backhand, not his forehand.
Brandon Dubinsky taking that faceoff along the boards now. Lindholm through the blue and out slowly. Calvert coming back. This way for Jack Johnson. Johnson in control. Indirect pass. Brandon Dubinsky. He has Atkinson alone out in front. Couldn't get it there, though. Brandon Dubinsky broken up. Jordan has a man. It's Skinner. Nice read as the pass was knocked out of midair by Jack Johnson.
He's had a heck of a night. I mean, but I'm just looking at the way this Columbus blue line. Craig Hartsburg, former head coach in the league, is running the blue line. I mean, the shifts have been no more than 30 seconds. Now, it's easier to keep them short when you put pucks in the right place and you have a 2-goal lead. They've done it beautifully.
At the line, Trump in control away from Gerby. Derek McKenzie throws on the brakes. Checked by Jay Harrison. Mark Letestu gave it away to Harrison. Back out. In control now, Malhotra. Skidded this way for Gerby, and now again it comes to Bowman. Given a rough ride by Nikita Nikitin. Getting to it now, the Hurricanes on the attack. It's Mike Komisarek. Komisarek now centers one off a body. Cody Golubev back out to center ice, intended for Corey Trop. Now getting to it here is Nikita Nikitin. Through the center zone, Trop moves it on a change. Nick Foligno walks in, centers one back for Ryan Johansson. Here's Umberger. Good stick on the back check that time by Nathan Gerby. A loose puck as we see Harrison for Gerby, and out they go. Nathan Gerby now will scale it in. Johansson took his man out. That was Riley Nash. Foligno lurking for a loose puck. Nick Foligno off the boards. He'll get it deep. On the gallop is Columbus's Ryan Johansson. Top of your screen, Ryan Murray. Inside for Johansson. He shakes off Hainsey, holds onto it. Ryan Johansson with a shot shut down by Hudobin. Again, Foligno. His shot goes wide. Loose top of your screen. Carolina back out to neutral ice. Tuomo Ruutu on the exchange with Radek Dvorak. Dvorak takes a hit to make a play. It pops out. Ryan Murray has it, and out they go.
How smart is Ryan Johansson with his body position, protecting pucks, getting to the front of the net, all three zones. I mean, again, it's just proof you have to be patient with top-end guys to develop.
Shot from well out, turned out by Bobrovsky. The shot that time by Alex Semin. Eric Staal out of the corner. To the point it goes, Justin Falk. Inside for Semin. Semin grinding from the board, sets up a man, Sekera. Negated a good stick out in front that time by Ryan Murray. Out of the corner, Murray defends on Eric. A loose puck. Semin gets to it for Carolina. Alexander Semin dusting it off. Now Eric holding on to it. To the outside he goes. Eric Stahl to the point. Now Falk, his shot. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Getting to it is Tuomo Ruutu. Taken care of by Murray. Falk this way for Sekera. He'll dance at the line. Circle away from Nathan Horton to back out. Carolina's offside, so they retreat. Now it's Semin. Semin over the line for Eric. Eric now turns away from Anisimov, holding onto it. Eric Stahl broken up by Nathan Horton, and away go the Jackets. In control, Matt Calvert. His shot off a stick off Lyles goes out of play. 11:09 left to go in regulation time. Columbus 2 and Carolina no score.
Back at PNC Arena, and we see Jack Johnson, age 27, and John Michael Lyles, age 33. They are the only two active NHLers from the state of Indiana. Lyles attended Culver Military Academy for 2 years and played hockey there, and then he returned a few years later to be an instructor at summer hockey camps because he loved the campus so much. And one of his students, so to speak, was Jack Johnson. And he said he remembers Johnson being one of the youngest at the camp. He sometimes got picked on, but he knew that the skill of Jack Johnson was something special. John and Trip?
Yeah, we talked about that story in Columbus. It's amazing how small of a world the hockey world is, and I've been really impressed with the three sets of defensemen for the Columbus Blue Jackets in particular tonight. And it seems like as it's gone along, Craig Hartsburg, as I've said, a former NHL head coach, has been comfortable with throwing any one of the three sets against any of the Carolina forward lines. That's when it's a good night, when you don't even worry about matchups.
McKenzie now moving it by Corey Trop. Jordan Stahl fights off Derek McKenzie, who has one of two Columbus goals tonight. He, along with R.J. Umberger, scoring within the game's first 3 minutes. Just 17 seconds apart. And that's been it so far. Dead center. Now Ron Hainsey paired with John Michael Lyles, who's in control. Steered along by Jordan Stahl. A good look at Fedor Tuch, Russian Olympian now. On the wall for Mark Letestu. Sekera for Carolina, stolen by Letestu and back out. Carolina transitions over the line now. Riley Nash easily separated from the puck by Jack Johnson. Now Letestu moved along that time by Cam Atkinson. Here comes Johnson. Jack Johnson crisscrossing, but Matt Calvert was offside. The Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Well, it's the redirection off of the skate of the Columbus defenseman Golubev, recently recalled from Springfield, and Bobrovsky is as good of a goalie as there is in the NHL. Quickly getting down low on the ice, and with his flexibility, literally he can cover one post to the other post with no holes. It's pretty darn remarkable. I noticed it as soon as he became a Philadelphia Flyer.
Still a young goaltender, 25 years of age. Vezina Trophy, top goalie last season, adjudged by the general managers. Now Dubinsky locked in front. Just a maze of players in front of Anton Khudobin. Derby back out. Knocked down by Brandon Dubinsky, who gets it deep.
And the only way you can maintain that Vezina level if you're Bobrovsky is if you compete in practices like they are games. And everybody I talk to says he does exactly that.
Out of the corner now, Nikita Nikitin. He's checked. See it up close. It's fished out by Ryan Johansson. Batted down by Sekera. Columbus in control. Ryan Johansson whips it across for Umberger. Off Khudobin, gained by Nick Foligno. Foligno holding onto it, back to the point. James Wisniewski. He'll trap the zone. Inside it goes. Falk is hard pressed by Umberger. Johansson losing control. Carolina back out to center ice. Eric Stahl. Alex Semin going wide. For Stahl, broken up by Wisniewski. And Columbus will circle back and get it back out to neutral ice. This way it's Alexander Semin in the Columbus zone, dragging it to himself. Now Eric walks in. He scores! Eric Stahl finds a way, finally, with 8:42 left in this third period, and Carolina has cut the lead in half.
I said back in the first period, there's Stahl right here, coming to trailing the play. Semin gets to the middle. Eric Stahl challenges the 5-hole. I believe Eric Stahl's last 3 goals now have gone between goalies' legs. It's his move. He beat Ben Bishop between the legs. He beat Robin Leonard between the legs Saturday, and now he gives Carolina life by beating Bobrovsky between the legs. Oh boy, we've got a hockey game now.
34 points in his last 31 games for Eric Stahl. Loose play out in front, and Isamov will slide it all the way back. This will make it. This will be icing. We'll swing it back in the Columbus zone. 8:25 left to go in regulation time. Eric Stahl, his 13th goal of the season, and points now, as we see, in 6 straight.
Well, they don't become any better than this. This, to me, is actually a byproduct of playing with Semin for a long period of time. He read off of him very well. Yeah, it was a little bit of puck luck, but he trailed it just perfectly.
Lyles with a centering pass. Hainsey at the point. Turning Lyles. His shot pinballs wide off the stick of Elias Lindholm. And it comes all the way back out. Alexander Semin and Justin Falk get the assist on the goal by Eric Stahl, his 13th. Carried in offside by Artem Anisimov, and we get a stoppage of play. So the captain is the guy who finds a way to beat number 72, and the Canes are within 1. We're back at it tomorrow night. Beautiful Bell Center in Montreal. The Canes and the Montreal Canadiens, starting with Hurricanes Live at 7 p.m. on Fox Sports Carolinas. And we will see Canadian Olympian PK Subban.
The Montreal Canadiens are in a rough spot right now. Subban has seen a bunch of different partners. He actually was on the 3rd set over the weekend. And they will be as desperate of a team as you are going to find after a players-only meeting after the loss to Washington Saturday.
5-0 loss at home. That meeting and a hard practice today and tomorrow night. The Canadiens will look to make good on that. You saw the Hurricanes had a huge comeback against the Montreal Canadiens on New Year's Eve, which put this team pointed back in the right direction.
Let's watch one more time here as Semin's going to take it to the middle and watch the stick of Johansson's right here, okay? Backhand, forehand. Jiri Tlusty had driven the net, which helped to create a good bounce. And the puck beats Bobrovsky between the legs, which, by the way, at the morning skate, that was the only area that he was beaten. He was really good this morning.
Now Tlusty out in front. They score! Eric Stahl finds a way again, and Carolina has tied it.
Hey, John, you remember when the game was postponed in Philly? We sat down with Eric Stahl, and we asked him why he believes, more than most of the teams he's been on, that this Carolina club will make the playoffs. He just has a deep belief. He gets to the front of the net, catches another good bounce as his stick really fuses with that of forward Mark Letestu, but Jiri Tlusty makes the play. Board battles. Who comes up with pucks along the boards? One of our game keys. Jiri Tlusty had the net drive on Eric's first goal, gets it to him from the boards on the second one to tie it. That's leadership, I'll tell you.
Really good play by Tlusty to will that puck back. Center it for Eric Stahl. Second goal tonight. Atkinson on the flank, the shot. Kicks around. Atkinson gets after it. The shot taken by Calvert. Now it's Dubinsky. Off the official. Sekera for Carolina. Wisniewski with a pinch. Matt Calvert. Canceled by Sekera. Calvert gets to it, though. Stays with it along the boards. It's broken up. It goes by Wisniewski, and it comes all the way back in the Columbus zone. Icing is called here against Carolina.
And now the Hurricanes will look and judge while Manny Mihalter's on the ice, so they may not call the timeout. They still do have it. One more look at the goal. Now let's watch board battles here. Excuse my draw. I just love to see Tlusty win this battle. Stahl gets to the front. It's the low forward Letestu. Sticks come together at the same time, and the puck propels off the bar and in on the glove side.
Off the face-off now and out of the corner. Foligno. Nick Foligno at his side. Umberger now on a cycle. Foligno again. R.J. Umberger for Columbus. Ryan Johansson with a shot wide. It got through. Justin Falk in control. Moving it, not out. Johansson cut it off. Along the boards, his pass detected. Ambling out to center ice. Got it to Vorak, and he'll cushion it down low. 6:25 left in regulation time. 1 point separate these teams in the standings. Columbus right now in third in the Metropolitan Division. The Hurricanes looking for their first win this season against Columbus and to continue a 3-game winning streak. Now Ryan Murray. He'll move it inside. Khudobin directing traffic. Hainsey takes a hit to make a play. Jordan for Skinner. Back out to the center zone. Anisimov. Now Jordan. Walking in. He scores! Hey, what do you say? Jordan Staal. And the Canes lead for the first time tonight.
Jim Rutherford envisioned when he talked about the stalls together in Carolina. Lindholm makes the play, finishes the check. I've said in our pregame show that Jordan Staal loves playing with young Lindholm. He knows how to read him. And I'm sitting there as Jordan is coming with speed. He's got a great rising wrister. Shoot it. No, he thought better. Made the move to the backhand, off the bar and in. Remember that one he thought he scored off the bar against Ottawa? There he gets the right bounce at the right time.
Alexander Semin moves it along. Fedor Tutin along the boards. Chopped ahead and all the way back. 5:32 left in this third period. 3-2 Carolina. Semin walks in. Holds onto it. Back of the goal now Tlusty. He'll walk it. His shot shut down by Bobrovsky. Played here by Jack Johnson. Stolen by Semin. What a stop by Bobrovsky. And a setup for Manny Malhotra. Now Letestu. Corey Trott. Off the stick of Khudobin. Out of the corner. They get to it. Knocked down by Wisniewski. Fed along by Corey Trott. Letestu lost his footing. Tripped over the goal, and now it's Jason Bowman back out to center ice. And the Hurricanes get it deep.
John, you and I talk about Uncle Momentum. Like that Montreal game on Christmas Eve, you just had to get that first one. History does seem to repeat itself.
Elias Lindholm and Jeff Skinner get the assists on Jordan Staal's 11th goal of the season. A center one, it goes high. A chance for Matt Calvert in the slot. Now Brandon Dubinsky for Calvert. Given a jolt by Jordan. Wisniewski on Gerby. Atkinson off a body wide as Khudobin got a piece of it. Now it's Calvert again. He'll grind it back to the point. Nikita Nikitin off a stick. It goes high. It stays in play. Hunted down by Dubinsky. In deep it goes. Jordan Staal wins a battle away from Atkinson. Bowman tries to clear, not out. Here's Dubinsky. They move with it. Nikitin. Dubinsky through the slot, negated by the broken stick of Nathan Gerby. And it's carried out here by Jordan Staal.
That's conditioning at the end of his shift from Jordan Staal. He knew Gerby had broken his stick. If he ices that puck, well, Gerby could get a new one. You would have had to burn the timeout for sure. He got it over the red line and deep.
Now they go deep. Hamburger inside. Lyles moves it off the broken stick. Tlusty moves it by Johnson. Yuri Tlusty rolling it in on Bobrovsky. And we will step aside. Staal Incorporated goes to work. Eric with his second. That tied it. Jordan with his 11th gives Carolina a 3-2 lead. The brothers Staal coming up as big as they are in this third period. You take a look at the numbers, and the Hurricanes have climbed all the way back in.
Well, for Eric Staal, it's just been his demeanor on a game-by-game basis since he got healthy. He did not play the last time against Columbus. He is sick and tired of not being in the playoffs. It's that simple. And I think being denied the Canadian Olympic team, I've made my argument on his behalf before based on his service to Canada. Anytime he plays with a chip on his shoulder dating back to junior hockey, he plays with that chip positively.
Now Foligno will get it ahead. Sekera coming back for Carolina. Held in by Ryan Murray. Justin Folk. 2 forecheckers on him. Foligno, 1, has the puck. Tied up by Folk. 3:13 left in regulation time. 3-2 Hurricanes. Eric Staal scoring 2. And brother Jordan right now the difference maker. It comes all the way back. Let's take a look at tonight's Storm Tracker trip and see how this is played out.
Carolina has their timeout available. They may use it. To me, the big one is right at the bottom, the battle of the boards, because Carolina was losing it in the first, but especially on the second goal of Eric's and Jordan's go-ahead goal. Jiri Tlusty along the boards, and then Elias Lindholm won battles along the boards.
A backhander off the face-off is blocked by Sekera. The player who had it, Boone Jenner, keeps it deep. Now Nathan Horton. Moving down the wall for Columbus is Fedor Tutin. Broken up. Carolina attempts to get it out. A steal. Anisimov shot. Great save. Hudobin. And the Hurricanes get it out.
I just don't know why they didn't burn that timeout, but big save.
Anisimov ahead now for Tutin. His shot stopped again by Hudobin. Getting to it is Jason Bowman. Not out. Wisniewski dancing. Turning it back. James Wisniewski for Artem Anisimov. Inside it goes Nathan Horton. He fanned on it. Boone Jenner lends a helping hand. Nathan Horton in back of the goal for Columbus. Holding on to the puck. Inching in is Fedor Tutin. Carolina desperately looking for the loose puck. Jenner. Shoved 3 times by Gerby. Anisimov walks it for Tutin. Out in front. They score. No, they don't. Hudobin had it. The net was off the pegs. And everything comes to a halt.
There was a bulge in the back of the net, though. It wasn't the puck. I mean, I'll be blunt. I don't know why, at that point off of that icing, the Hurricanes did not choose to call a timeout, but Hudobin bails them out. 3 huge saves. Tutin jumps in for the fun and creates a heck of a chance. The net was dislodged, so it would have been interesting had this puck gone in. I guess you could have argued had Hudobin deliberately knocked it off. Either way, his best save of the night.
Ainsley now has control. Jordan Staal moves it all the way across. John Michael Lyles pressured by Calvert, and again it comes in. Johnson. Carolina gets to work on the forecheck. 1:40 left in regulation time. We'll keep an eye on Sergei Bobrovsky. Hurricanes looking for their 4th win in a row. If they get it done, it'll be 10 wins in their last 13. A chance. Hudobin said no on Cam Atkinson. Carolina attempts to get it out. Now they do. Skinner. All alone. They walk in for the chance. And off the goalpost. Alexander Semin. Along the boards. They turn it back. It's Dubinsky. He'll thread it across. Nikitin by Justin Falk. This will be icing, but no. Johnson got there first. Bobrovsky on his way out. 6 skaters out for Todd Richards. 56 seconds left. The Blue Jackets get it in. Hudobin asking for help. Sekera plays it off the glass. Moves it back. Fedor Tutin gets to it. 44 seconds left. Wisniewski through center ice. Beautiful sweep check by Semin. It bounces wide as he stole it away from Anisimov. And now Wisniewski. Half a minute left. Ryan Johansson met at the line. Wisniewski for Columbus. Anisimov broken up by Eric Staal. Right back in Columbus ice. 19 seconds left. Wisniewski headmans the puck. Ices the puck. And will swing it all the way back in the Columbus zone.
7 straight victories for the Columbus Blue Jackets over the Carolina Hurricanes. A 2-0 quick lead in the first period. Carolina starts to come on in the second and keeps it going in the third, and they get leadership from their captain, and everybody followed, including his brother.
They sure did. Everybody on their feet. Falk has it. 9 seconds left. Fedor Tutin away from Alexander Semin. Johansson stolen by Jordan. The shot. Bobrovsky the save. 0.3 of a second left. The Hurricanes will win their 24th game of the season. Their 13th on home ice. They will get it done in regulation time. And as they jet off to Montreal tonight, they will be in 3rd place in the Metropolitan Division. They will surround Anton Hudobin. They get it done, 3-2.
for Hudobin, you could look back at a couple of different points in the second period where he made saves to keep it 2-0, and then he made 4 or 5 beauties after Jordan completed the comeback. But this game is all about losing the board battles in the first period and starting to win them in the second and then winning them in the third. And this, like I said, has to be what Jim Rutherford envisioned when he went out and got Eric's brother Jordan, to have Eric lead the way with the first 2 and have Jordan get the third. Supporting efforts in big manners by Yuri Talusti and Lindholm on the winner.
By winning tonight, you Caniacs win again. Go to papajohns.com tomorrow. Enter the promo code Caniac. Get 50% off your menu-priced online order at participating restaurants. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. So the Hurricanes were down early in this hockey game. 2 quick goals within the first 3 minutes. Derek McKenzie and R.J. Umberger. But started to dig out and had a terrific third period. As they announced the 3 stars, Ron Hainsey was number 3. Jordan Staal is your second star, but there's no question. The captain at the head of the bus again tonight with 2 goals in a minute, which led the comeback. And he's sitting down next to our very own Chantel McCabe.
Thanks, John. After a slow start, where did the team really find its lift?
Well, I thought we got better in the second period. We knew in the half to end of the first it wasn't our best period, and we had to regroup, refocus. It's been a tight game every time we played these guys, and we knew if we stayed in the game, we were going to get some chances, and we were able to capitalize in the third period.
Board battles were such a theme in this game. Why was winning them so important?
Well, when you play against a tight checking team, you got to be willing to compete and willing to win those battles on the wall, because it creates chances and gets pucks out of your end. And I thought we did a better job of that second half of the game, and we were rewarded with some offense.
This morning in the locker room, I kept hearing players say trust. The team is trusting each other. How is that shown tonight, and how is the hunger shown?
Well, that's huge. I think you need to trust each other. And when you're not on the ice, someone else has to do the job. And I think tonight it was a really huge effort out of everybody staying with the game, continuing to battle. You know, we're down 2, but we knew that if we got 1, we would be right back in the game. And we were fortunate enough to get a couple more after that and win a big one in regulation.
Thanks, Eric. Congrats.
All right, thank you.
John, back to you.
Thank you, Chantel. What a job by the captain again here tonight. He continues his amazing leadership of this hockey team as the Hurricanes needed it, and needed it in a big way to jump into third in the Metropolitan Division, and that's what they do tonight. It started with a wild start by the Columbus Blue Jackets, but the Hurricanes slowly but surely dug out, led by the Staal brothers tonight, with Jordan Staal getting the winning goal after Eric tied it with 2 in a minute span. Hurricanes Live comes your way next, right after this on Fox Sports Carolinas.